Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Hello, Paula.
Hello, how are you?
Happy. I'm not even going to say the day because the day that is being released, it's not the day that we're in right now. So just a happy day to you and everyone listening.
Happy day, happy day.
Day. um, can we talk about the weather and how it's like? I see you all cozy in your
Listen,
and oh,
you know this is my time.
mm,
You
I
know that this is my time.
So yes, like last time we recorded, it was right before my birthday, and I was like, no, it's still summer.
Yeah.
My birthday is done, and I'm officially in a fall girly.
Yes, you're
I'm
fall girly now.
I'm in this season.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we're
I
in this.
heard you in the membership today just talking about how like you're not big on the Halloween like decorations and stuff, and
Mhm.
you're more about the actual Halloween dress up, like costumes and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And we are, isn't it funny? We're the complete opposite on that.
I know.
Like
I know.
my house is so decked out right now, and like I'm sure my neighbors think. Well, I know they definitely think I'm nuts, and because we have it outside right now, as well as every room in my house has something Halloween, like the girls' bedrooms, their bathroom, well, all the bathrooms, like every room in this house has Halloween decor in it, and
Oh, I love
but
that.
it's so funny because like the day of Halloween, like the actual costumes don't care. Don't care. I'm just here for the vibes. I'm just here for the whole like I
So
want to watch all
funny.
the shows. I love doing all the fall things. Like we have like our bucket list we do every year. But like the actual Halloween day and getting dressed up, don't care.
That is so funny. And guys, if you would know Paula, the way that I got to know her, she is like when she walks in, she's like fall. Like Paula is like fall season.
Yeah.
Like your little skirt and like your tights and your boots and like your like bag and like coffee in one hand, like she is fall. Like it's
The
so
the whole vibe. The whole vibe. But it's funny just because I'm so not like I have learned to appreciate summer a lot, like more so I think just because of the girls and like having a lot of
yeah.
quality time with them, but I'm not a summer person. Like, do you see
Mhm.
my skin? It is so white. I'm like, the sun is just like, it's not my friend. And I'm just like constantly loading up on the sunscreen. I'm like, it's too hot. I can't be outside all day. It's just, this is really, really my time to be outside, to
Mm,
enjoy nature. There's
yeah.
no friggin' bugs everywhere, you know?
I'm with you on that one.
Like,
I'm with you on that one. Although this summer was, I don't know why, but it wasn't as bad for me.
probably because of all the smoke.
Probably.
See, this is why I can't get on board with summer.
I will take bugs over smoke, like,
One
right?
million percent. Yeah,
You know me with the
I
whole,
know. I
yeah.
know. But we went on like a big trail walk with the girls on the weekend. And like the whole time I was like, girls, isn't this so nice? To, like be in the woods and we don't have to worry about bugs. Isn't
Uh,
how nice?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of seasons,
That was really well done how we did that. Not even planned. That
right?
was great. Yeah.
Really well done. Like, so we're going to transition into like the topic of this podcast, which is we all go through different seasons. And if you're not watching the recording, I was like doing air quote. We all go through different seasons in our life, and we tend to fight or resist that season that we're going in. I'll give you examples. So if you're in the newborn phase of motherhood, that's the season where you should just basically do the bare minimum in terms of like house stuff and like in all the grand ideas and like projects. Like you should just focus on like surviving first of all, being a mom, and you should really embrace resting when you can and like not put too much pressure on yourself to do all the things, right? But why do we like what do we do? We put pressure on ourselves because we're like, I should probably be doing more right now. Like I should be doing all the things. Another example is if you're working towards a goal or a big vision that you have, and your body is starting to give you signs, like it's starting to tell you, you know what, you're getting tired. I feel like you should, take a step back, just recharge your batteries so you can come back stronger. But what do? We resist because we think that if we take a step back, if we take some time to rest, that it means that we're pushing our goal away or that we're not as serious about our goals and our vision. But the more that you resist, it's going to persist. So I want to talk about that today.
So you explaining all of that, the one thing that really comes to mind, the reason why we do that, I think, is because of lack of self-trust, right? So if I put myself back into the newborn phase, let's say with my first, it's such a, I think it's one of the biggest transitions a person can go through, right? Like I think there's so many different transitions life has, I think honestly, like the two that biggest that come to mind are a birth or a death, right? Like that, those are the huge life like changes, right? That can happen to a person. And I feel like going through that, and you don't have the mentality of like, I just need to do this, and this is a season and I'm going to get through it, because you don't know what's on the other side, and you haven't had that experience before to say like, I know I can come out of this and I can be even better. But you don't have to have gone through something to have that self trust, right? Like you really can just be your best friend in that moment and really think of yourself almost like you would think of your best friend, right? Like I've seen all of my closest people go through postpartum, and never once for a moment did I think, oh my gosh, well, this is just who they're going to be now, right?
Yes, exactly.
Like, but
Yes.
it's so different when we're looking at somebody else versus ourselves, and because we're so hard on ourselves.
Mm.
And so for us it's like, oh, I don't trust that I can get my shit together, and that I am going to be happy again, and that I am going to prioritize myself again, and that I am going to sleep again, and all those things. Like it just comes down to, we aren't super trusting, I think, in ourselves in those seasons, to give ourselves permission to just be in the season and know that it is temporary.
Okay, that last piece was what I was just going to say. I think it's not just that we lack that self-trust. I think it's trust in general, that
Yeah.
it is just for a season and it's not going to last forever. And like every time that I've had a season come into my life, like I was always scared that if I give in to this season,
This is it.
this is it. It means that my goals are out the door, or it means that, I'm never going to get back to my healthy, fitness self. Like, but guess what? Every time, like, as soon as I give in and I actually embrace this season that I'm in, the faster I'm out of it and back on my feet. And usually I'm so much more energized, rested. I have more clarity. I just feel more confident in like doing the thing.
Yeah.
So,
It's funny because when you say that around like seasons, it makes me think of how you've said this on here before, but you and I have definitely talked about it, where when you were going through your divorce, and how you said, well, I'm obviously never going to find somebody again. I'm definitely not having children. That's basically off the table now. And
yeah.
hearing it when you said it, I'm like, oh my gosh, but you were so young. Like, how sad is that? That
Yeah.
you had, obviously, because it's happened, but like you had your whole life ahead of you, and you were still so young to have children and to meet somebody else and all the things. But
Yes.
like that story that we tell ourselves when we do enter a hard season, right? It's like, well, this is my life now. This is what it's going to be. And it's like, wow, like what a perspective. Like, why can't we just switch that and being like, you know what, to your point, like, I'm just going to feel it and move through it. And then I'm going to
Yeah.
get to the other side.
Yes, it's like I was throwing the towel, like not having trust that everything was going to work out the way it's meant to work out. And like I was just stuck in this like, yeah, it's like I almost, this is it. I was almost afraid of starting that healing journey and afraid of moving forward because I like didn't know what was going to happen. Like, so starting that process for me was like so scary because I didn't want to get to that side and like maybe be like disappointed.
Yeah, I think that's really common for people going through that. You have this like sense of lack of control, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I've had that conversation with so many people that they really feel like they do have, even if it's like an absolute shit place to be, right?
Yes.
Like even if it's like their most miserable, they
Mhm.
do feel like they have a sense of control of what is happening. But the
Mhm.
reality is like two things. You don't have control over anything. Like that's the reality.
Yeah.
Like, so you're just lying to yourself. You don't have control over basically anything. But now what you're doing is you are purposefully stopping yourself from healing and moving through it and getting to a happier place. Like, you're just, you're familiar with this feeling that you have right now in this season, and you're holding on with your fingertips, not wanting to move forward. Like, why?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is exactly that. Like we feel safe and comfortable when we're in control, when we feel like we control the situation. And
Yeah,
that's something that I learned the hard way is that when you think you're in control, you're so far from it. Like
totally.
there's
Yeah,
absolutely nothing that you control. And the quicker that you give that peace, that you give that control to the universe, and that you just surrender, like the quicker you're going to navigate whatever it is that you're going through, and like you'll get to the other side of it. Like I've
yeah,
never, any hard moments that I've had in my life, when I finally surrendered and just said, you know what, like fuck it, like you universe lead the way, because clearly I'm going against the wave here, and it's just, first of all, it's very tiring. It's consuming, it's draining, it's very hard to do. And every time that I've said like that's it, like I'm done, you just lead the way. Oh my god, the things, the lessons, the stuff that I learned along the way, like it brought me to such beautiful places. Even if
100%.
in that moment it felt the complete opposite.
Yep, yep. So it makes me think of two things. First of all, I think I've mentioned this on here, like when we think about that and just like moving through something, I've said that on the podcast before around like when I had my miscarriage and the doctor told me,
Hmm.
write a letter. And
Yeah.
I like wanted to shut down that idea so fast. Like I don't want, like I did not want to do that because I was protecting myself, right? Like I did not want to do it. And it just got to a point where I was like, I'm just gonna do anything. I need to do something. I can't, this
Yeah.
can't continue. And like, wow, like the freedom in that, like just like it was like somebody literally did take the world off of my shoulders. Like, and who like it's
Mm.
something so simple, right? And so I think that's the thing, like we protect ourselves and we don't want to go through it. And so we're like, we're extending these seasons that we might are think are not the best seasons. And but because we're just not dealing with it, we're just not facing it head on. But it brings me to another point because you mentioned in the membership today, um, just that I thought was so good. It's just like around like listening to yourself, like
Mm.
like getting rid of the noise, shutting
Yes.
down everything else and listening to yourself, to your body, and like really having like a one-on-one with yourself and saying like what do I
Mhm.
actually need in this moment
Yes.
is so important.
So important. And like, I think that's something that I learned is I used to like ask people around me their opinions when I
Mm,
felt a certain way. Like I
yeah.
used to be like going outside of myself to like find answers. And it's like now I know that like, no, no, you have the answers. Like just take a step back and spend some time with yourself alone and like ask yourself how you're truly feeling. And like the answers are always there. We just it's a thing about trust again. I think it's like we're scared of admitting to ourselves what we already know
Yeah.
because we know that once we do, it might change something. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna change something, and sometimes change is scary.
Yeah.
So
And another thing we were talking about, it was around like rest and like letting things just like slow down. But I think like our generation of women really struggle. Like I think we really put like I go on my social media now and I have this like trend that's happening of like these women who I think it's called like the trad wife. Have you heard of this?
no.
Okay, so it's like I think it's the traditional wife or whatever. Anyways, I don't know I don't know what I clicked on that made this like a part of my
Oh,
algorithm.
it's called
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yes.
And but it's about these like the trend and it's like catching on. Like I've actually seen like articles about it as well. And it's about like these traditional wives who are basically like staying at home, they're in their gardens all day and it's all about like this like peaceful life. Like they're wearing these dresses and it's like they're just one with nature and like they have chickens running around their backyard and like they're making everything from scratch and like anyways, it's this whole thing, okay? On online. And I'm like, okay, here's the thing about this though. Our generation of women, I think we put that kind of like peace and like, being away from social media and being like, in your home and with your children and gardening and all that. We put it like on a pedestal in a way, but like we are so ingrained, or it's obviously catching on, but we are so ingrained with like hustle culture and like the people who are doing those videos think of they're they're online posting these videos. Do you know what I mean? Like the irony of it all is so like in my face, but I don't know if it's in everybody else's face. So I'm like, what are we
Yes,
watching? Because these people are definitely
exactly. Like you're filming yourself while you're grounding yourself outside.
no, it's not real. It's not real. This is why we have to be critical thinkers when we're online.
Yeah.
But that
Yes.
all that to say is I'm like, I do think that my point in that whole thing was just around like I think there is like something happening where we are starting to really idealize that kind of like lifestyle, but at the same time like who we are is hustle hustle hustle, and I don't think we actually trust ourselves to relax as women
Mm,
are in our generation. Like I don't think we say, you know what, if I just take a break for like a week
yes.
and just like pull back on all the obligations and the commitments and all the
Yes.
things that I have on the go. I think that like guilt, shame that starts to spiral with that. And also, like, again, the lack of trust that we're going to be able to like get back up on our feet and do all the things and that rest is actually going to be beneficial for the long term. I
Mm,
don't, I think that's something we struggle with. Like, this, like, a lot of women, anyways.
100%. 100%. And I think, again, that self awareness piece is maybe missing because someone who is super self aware and in tune with their bodies would be like, oh, wait a minute,
Yeah.
something is feeling off. Let me take some time and figure out like what's going on here.
Yeah.
And like you would realize that, okay, I'm entering a different season and I'm all in for it. Let's go. And like once it's done, it's done. Like trusting that, you're going to get on the other side of it and come out stronger.
Oh, like, yeah, because I think of that in like two outcomes, right? It's like if we're feeling that way, if we're in a season where we are being like, you know what, I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling stressed, which I know is just based on talking with people, like collectively, a lot of people are in that space right now. And so if we're feeling that way and we're like, you know what, like to your point, I'm so in tune with what I need right now, I need to pull back. There's two outcomes. There's either the outcome of like, you're going to get to another season where you are going to be like on fire again, right? Like where
Yeah.
you're just gonna be like, I needed that rest and now I'm at like, let's go, go, go. And you feel really good about that. Or you go to another season where you're like, you know what? I recognize what isn't good for me. And I recognize what brings me to a space that like I just don't want to enter again. And I know now how to navigate that, and I know that I need to be, gentler with myself, and I can't commit to these things or whatever it be, right? But like either way, positive outcomes when you listen to yourself, right? Like
Mm.
either way, those are good outcomes if they're truly what you want.
Well, yeah, and I think that's key. Like to go back to your point of what you're seeing online, like I feel like now, like you said, now that's going to become a trend and
Mhm.
people will feel like they should be into, wearing these dresses and like cooking from
Yeah.
scratch and like having chickens and whatever. Like self-awareness. Like self-awareness because to me, seeing that, I'm like, that is not me.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
version of me around that is, and it's why I do this business. One, it's to help women. That's my
Mhm.
main goal. But hopefully, that's going to bring me to my second goal, which is just having freedom around my time and what I do with my life,
Right.
which is not like chickens and like cooking and whatever, but it's
Mhm.
my version of that slower
Right.
pace, right?
Right.
So I think it's really like sit with yourself, like analyze how you're feeling, like look at that, close your eyes, look at that big picture. What is it that you want?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Look at what you want. Think of the season that you're in. Be kind to yourself. Whatever season you're in, be kind. And if you don't like this, maybe you love the season you're in. I hope
yes,
that. Like maybe you are like I need to learn how to keep this season going in some capacity
yes,
because this is fantastic. Like
yes,
that's also learning, but like that's amazing. But if you're reflecting and you're like, you know what, if I look around and just I'm not happy in a lot of areas, or I feel off. I'm just, there's something that's not right, whether it be your relationships, like your work, like whatever that might be, your health. Like, just know that, like, you do have control. First of all, you do have control at all times. You don't have control of like outcomes per se. Like, you can't be so focused on the outcomes, but you do have control of like what you do and how you think about things and how you behave, right? Like those are the things you have control over. So you can make different choices for yourself, and you can just all within kindness, like just kindness to yourself. Treat yourself like you are your best friend. And if that doesn't come naturally to you, when you're like talking to yourself, actually like picture how you would talk to like your physical best friend. Like think of their
yeah,
face and
yeah,
like, if that's really hard for you to get to, of talking to yourself that way, like literally think about your best friend, put them in your shoes, and how would you talk to them? What would you say to them? What kind of advice would you give? And would you judge them so much if they did need to slow down, or if they couldn't commit to everything, or if they're making different choices, whatever it may be? Like,
yeah.
how can we just be kinder to ourselves and move through the seasons, like feel the feels, but like let's get to the other side and learn something from it.
Yes, and I think something that I mentioned in the membership this morning is every season will come with different priorities, capacities, and opportunities. So just knowing that when you're navigating every season, like understanding that your priorities are going to be different in this season versus the next one. Your capacity is going to be different in between the two, and there's going to be different opportunities for you. I think is going to help you navigate the season in a more flexible way.
More loving way.
More loving way, more loving
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I think that that was a good episode. I feel like
I
so
love
many.
when you say that, when you like validate. You're like,
Oh,
that was
yes.
good. We're good.
Well, because some of them I don't know if it's because I'm in it right now as well, and I can truly like
Right.
validate, what we're saying on here. I
Right.
think maybe that's a part of it. But yeah, I just love when I get that feeling of like, oh, this is a good one.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, okay, I trust you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, I don't
exactly.
know. I don't even know what I said. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Paula's like the one that blacks out right after. She's like, what did we even talk about?
Don't know. Don't
Yeah.
know. Hope it was good. Hope someone took something away from it.
Yeah, yeah. As always, if you like the episode, like share it with a friend. If you share it on social media, don't forget to tag us. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe. We love hearing from you. And as always, like if you have topics that you'd like for us to chat about, please send it our way. Like Paula and I find topics that are relevant to us or that we have experience with, but we'd love to get some external feedback, because we always love chatting about different stuff. So,
Yeah, and I think just like think about that if you are liking these podcasts because we do get people who reach out, which is so nice, so kind to that people are taking the time to give us like positive feedback. We'll accept negative feedback as well. Every feedback is a gift, but so far it's been positive. And if you do like it, we are constantly talking about this stuff in the membership. You would have daily content, so you don't need to wait just once a week. And what we talk about in the membership is not necessarily what we talk about on the podcast. We try to really tailor what we're talking about. But that brings me, did we mention in the membership about what we're talking about for October?
oh, yes.
Because maybe we
So,
can share that.
yes, okay, we'll share that quickly. If you've been on the fence about like, joining our membership, or even if you're like new here and wondering what it's all about, we'll like stay on for a few more minutes. We'll give you details about it quickly. So basically, the membership is a monthly membership. It's exclusive. You join the membership and you are a part of a community of women. We're all women from different age group, different backgrounds, and basically what we do in there is every month we have like a topic that we talk about. So the month of October, we're entering into like the different pillars in our life. We're going to evaluate the different pillars. Pillars could be like health, relationship, career, spirituality. And the reason why we want to really talk about that and determine what they are for ourselves and the importance that we have around them is because in November we have a members only event, and it's a vision board night. It's going to happen at my place. We are so excited about it. But basically, yeah, so that's going to be the topic in October. The membership, we go live, we do coaching sessions. There's some journal prompts every month for you if you like journaling, or if you want to start journaling and you don't really know where to start. We give you prompts every month. You have access to a ton of material that Paula and I have worked on. You get to talk with women that are like-minded, that are going through similar stuff as you. You get challenges every week that you can do for your personal growth. You get reflection questions every week. Like, it's just an overall amazing spot to be.
It's so good. Renee and I go live together quite a bit to have conversations just like this, but also just think about it. Like you could be going into October and doing a deep dive into your life about what you want your life to look like in all these different
Yes.
areas of your life, and then have like this amazing fun girls' night to put it all together. Okay. And then you'll have that going into the new year. Like that, we're really trying to set up this so that we are like ready to tackle 2026.
Yes.
And so just think about that. Like, time is passing you by. Like, don't wait on that, because, you don't want to like see pictures of the vision board and be like, I
And
could
miss
have
it.
been a part of that.
Yes.
Like, don't say that to yourself. That's not fun.
No, and it's such, I feel like people are really liking it. Like there's, you can be fully invested, fully active, you can comment on everything, you can, take in all the content, or we have some people that are watching the caption and really only watching the lives that really resonate with them in that moment. Like you can go back. It's really you take from it what you want. Like there's ton on there, it's really up to you. But it is really it's becoming, it's like my second family, honestly.
So good.
And I just, yeah, I share all the things on there, Paula as well, and it's just a really, I just wish I had this a few years ago when I was really like wanting to figure out everything. So
100%. I think about like the time I would have needed this the most, and it would have been a few years ago. And like, just to have had that as almost like a lifeline, and then to grow while staying connected to this stuff. Like, I just feel like that's what I needed. I needed to stay connected regularly
yes,
to people that were like-minded, who wanted like to be the best versions of themselves, and to like just constantly be talking about how we are just getting to that better version, like through all of life's challenges and twists and all the things. Like,
all
how
the
are we
things.
staying connected? And that's really what this membership's all about.
Yes, and I'll finish with this. We also offer in business workshops. So we're really excited because in October, we're going to do a lunch and learn with a client of mine. She's going to have her clients join the session, and we're tailoring the session to her clients' needs. So that is also something that we offer and that we're truly passionate about. So, anyways, just wanted to share that if you know
Yes.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah, if you know anybody who would benefit from lunch and learns, from virtual calls, from it can be just like a 1 hour WebEx or whatever it may be. We are available.
Terrible. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing week. I hope that you found some value here today, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.